Hello and welcome to Kitchen Jazz with Luefras. You're right here where you should be with the one and only Luefras. And you know what? Today I am feeling like some southern goodness. I mean, some southern goodness. You know, the kind of southern goodness that comes with something smothered and some gravy and some onion. You feel me? Some of you know, you follow me on social media. I gave up red meat, so, on a typical day like today, we'd say we do some smothered pork chops. But you know what? I am gonna do some smothered turkey chops. Ooh, and they are going to be juicy and delicious, and we're gonna smother them in some nice homemade gravy with those onion that are gonna be already sauteed and blended in, and it's just gonna be a melody. Okay, let me calm down. So, today's menu, smothered turkey chops and some grits, just some old school grits. You gonna hang around? I thought so. Stay tuned to Kitchen Jazz with Luefras. So, I've got some turkey breast steaks here from the one and only Wegmans, my favorite grocery store. And so we're gonna get these rinsed off because you follow me, I rinse off the meat. And I'm gonna just do a light little breader, a little bit of seasoning, little low sodium seasoning, salt, pepper, and garlic. Just gonna keep it simple. Gonna fry it in some grapeseed oil, and then the magic is gonna start happening. Oh, stay tuned, stay tuned. Okay, we've got our turkey breast chops here. I've rinsed them off. Just gonna do a little bit of the Lowry's low sodium seasoning salt. Don't want to overdo it. Got some garlic here, garlic powder, and some pepper. I love pepper and garlic. And yeah, we don't want to do too much salt. Sometimes I just season one side of the meat. We'll just go on the other side with more pepper and garlic. I'm gonna add in a little bit of flour. All right, just a little. No, I don't measure. Another hit of the seasoning salt, just a little bit. Pepper. Some people don't season their flour. It's up to you. I like to put a little seasoning in the flour as well. Just kind of even things out. Don't overdo it with either because we don't want them to be too salty. And we're just gonna have a nice little party. Yes, we're gonna coat these. Now you could dip them in an egg wash to have more of that battered kind of more crunchy feel to the turkey chops, but I'm just gonna keep it simple today and do this. Okay, we're going down in the grease in just a little bit. Stay with me. This is gonna be awesome. Okay, I've got about 3 cups of water in here, and I'm gonna pour in just a little bit of chicken broth. I like to add chicken broth in for my grits, and we're gonna let this come to a boil. And I'm gonna add in just a little butter. And basically, because there's salt in the chicken broth and this butter is salted, I'm not gonna add any additional salt. I'm just gonna, now this is just me, how I do it. I go ahead and add a little pepper in with my chicken broth and water, a little hit of garlic, and they just come out perfectly. Now, I must say, I was in the club of adding sugar to my grits. Let me just say, I have given up my sinful ways. I no longer add sugar in my grits, and I'm finding that I like them just fine without the sugar. And we're just gonna let this come to a boil, and we're gonna add these grits in. Hey, we have our water and chicken broth and butter. It's here at a boil, and now I'm gonna do probably 2.5 nice scoops of grits. And I just kind of eyeball it. I really don't measure. I'm just one of those old school country cooks. I just kind of eyeball it. And one of the mistakes I used to make, I used to think, oh, I don't have enough in here, but I think we're at a good point. I'm just gonna put a top on it. So I just did 2 heaping spoons. Like I said, I have about 3 cups of water and maybe about 1.5 cups of chicken broth. And I just did 2 nice scoops of the grits. I like the grits to have a nice creamy consistency, not loosey-goosey, just a nice in the middle consistency. So we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna give it a nice stir. Oh yeah, it's coming along really nicely. Oh yeah. That's it. Just let these go about their business for 15-20 minutes. And you can turn them down low. And they're just gonna be just fine. Okay, let's see what we have going on in here. Oh yeah, see how that just starts just developing its own nice little creamy consistency just all by itself. So yeah, you know, I try to get it about right with the ratio between how many scoops of grits and the liquid. And sometimes I end up adding more liquid, sometimes I need to add in more grits, but this looks about right because then once these grits sit, that's what I really love, and they really get a little stiffer. Ooh, baby, you've got magic when that happens. And right about now, I'm gonna add in just a little bit more butter. Ooh, butter, yes. Okay, so I've turned the heat down just a little because I'm gonna let them just stay in here and have a little party for just a little bit more. And then I'm gonna set them aside while we do our turkey chops. Ooh, this is, I'm telling you, I can look at these grits and tell they are just magic, just wonderful, wonderful. Oh, this is great. This is just awesome. Okay, I've had these grits going for about right at 20 minutes, and they are right exactly where I want them because I'm gonna let them sit with the top on, and then they're gonna tighten up a little bit, and ooh, baby. Okay, we're about to throw down with these turkey chops. Let's do this. Let's get this grapeseed oil up in here. Oh yeah, we don't need a lot. And honey, in just a little bit, we are going to be sizzling. Yeah, let me turn this flame up. Look at that. We're sizzling, baby. We're sizzling, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yeah. We're gonna go ahead and fit them all in here. I'm telling you, once you have turkey chops, if you're trying to give up pork and beef, I'm telling you, you can get your fix with these turkey chops. I promise you. Alrighty, they are cooking along quite nicely. Now my objective is not to cook them until they are completely done. At this stage, I just want to get them a little crisp, about 10 minutes on each side, because they are going to finish cooking when I put them in that gravy. You will see. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Yeah, we just want to get them a nice little crisp on the outside. And it's gonna be lovely. These are coming along just great. Like I said, my objective is not to cook them until they are completely done. Just want to get them a little crisp. As you can see, that nice browning coming along here, and I'm going to take them out and start working on our gravy here in just a minute. Taking the turkey chops out, and they are looking beautiful. Now guess what I'm going to do while this grease is sizzling? You probably have a good guess. I'm going in with this. Oh yeah. Onions, baby, onions. Yes. Gonna saute them for a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put just a little bit more of the grapeseed oil in here. Just a little bit more. Let them saute for just a little bit. I think I'm gonna put the top on. That'll get us where we want to go a lot quicker. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now we're going to start the process of making homemade gravy. Yes. So just going in with the same flour that I use to bread the turkey chops. I'm going to bring that in. And we are going to swish that around in this hot oil until it starts getting to be a nice caramel color. And then we're going to add some liquid to it. I know it doesn't look like we have flour in here, but believe me, we do. Just a little bit more oil. Just a little bit more flour. It is a process, but it's very well worth the process. Just have to stick with it, just like life. Takes time for things to come together, but in the end, you will have something so beautiful, and it will be all worth it, I promise you. On top of this, flour mixed in here with the onion. Pan's nice and hot. Now I am going in with some chicken broth. Just stay with me. It's gonna work out well. It might not look like it, but trust me. You gotta trust the process. All right. Now, just gonna take this and just stir it. The onion. Put the top on it and let this thicken up, and then the turkey chops. And I can't resist. I'm gonna hit this with a little bit more pepper. Okay, I think we're at a good place where we can start adding back in our turkey chops. Yeah, gravy's nice and creamy. Got that color. It's gonna get darker as it cooks on. So some people like their gravy dark, kind of mid-range, just depends. You cook it to your preference. So yeah, we got nice, oh yes, nice silky gravy, baby. All right, we're gonna add the chops back in. Oh, I'm just getting so excited. And we're gonna add these chops in. I'm just gonna sit them on top. I'm not gonna bury them in the gravy just yet. Just gonna let them sit on top. Just enjoy the view from on top for a while. Let's see, they're gonna start. Yeah, I'm gonna put some of these onion on top. Oh my goodness, will you look at this, honey? No words, I just have no words to describe what's happening in this pot. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Here we are about to dig into this southern goodness. Oh, look at that turkey chop laying there. Yeah, now I don't mind my food touching, so honey, I just made a bed of grits and put that turkey chop right on up there. Ooh, yes. So, I can't wait. Nice and tender. What pork chop? Honey, these turkey chops will beat out a pork chop any day. Oh man, just get a nice bite and just let it just run it through these grits. Y'all, I'm sorry, I wish you could join me. Now this is southern goodness.